Hello, all greetings, my friends. I wanted to wish you a wonderful day. For today is it's very shining here in Brussels. I'm house sitting for a friend here. I was been traveling. I'm going to discuss various ideas, essentially talk about our guides and our guardian angels and becoming um, our angelic self. I wanted to thank you for your likes, your subscriptions, your comment, and your donations. If you wish a private session with me, do not hesitate to send me an email. I still have time to make private sessions. So we do want to slow down our mind. Our mind is very busy, and so we want to slow it down. Try to make some space in between thought, to breathe, to make more space, to free up, to clear up, to eventually to find this great silence. When we find the silence in our mind, we'll be so free, we'll be so joyful, we'll be so liberated. But the mind is always trying to always coming back. It has its purpose to understand the physical world, but we want to slow it down. And it's the same thing with the body. The body does not like brutality. It wants to be slow, it wants kindness, it wants to, so we want to take care of our physical body and slow down our motion. For it is not about it's not about stopping acting. We live in a magnetic universe. What we need to produce something in order to get something back, but it is about being lucid in action and serene rather than agitated in ignorance. When we are agitated, with our actions don't always bring the result we want. When we're serene and lucid, our actions are far more powerful. So we want to meditate. First we want to pray, we want to ask God for what we want, and then we want to meditate, receive the answer, then we receive the guidance, and then we move from inspired action. It's very important that we have guides. We have between 3 to 5 main guides, and we can employ many other ones. Those are celestial beings, divine beings that have agreed to follow us during this lifetime. And so it is important more and more to call on them, even for small things you believe you can do yourself, because it creates a comfortable situation. Do not wait to be in a desperate situation to call on your guides. For we have higher guides and lower guides. Sometimes the guides can be many things. It can be galactic families. It can be a deceased ancestor. It can be, but most of them are high. Our master guide is a celestial beings for the most part, and we have a guardian angels that's 24/7 with us. Angels are always working in pair. And but for me, she always comes very in a feminine. There's the feminine angels that comes to me, and doesn't mean the positive and the masculine side is not there. But if you're a woman, the masculine side will probably come down to you. So it is about developing this relationship to our guardian angels, to always know they're always there. They're very subtle. They're very funny. They're really they're amazing beings, but they're very subtle. They don't. It's difficult sometimes to interact with our guides, but as the chakras, the heart is opening, the fifth chakra is opening, our connection to our sacred heart. Our third eye will be opening as a stargate, and the crown, imagine a disc of light, will be able to channel light from the higher planes. All those chakras are opening. It will make it easier to communicate with our guides. We want to be in a permanent state of communication with them. They're not invasive. They're just here to assist, but they do need our permission. When we do ask our guides, if it is our ego, we may get an influence from a lower guides. When we ask from a soul perspective, it's much easier to get the answers from the highest guide. They can show us so much, and also the ascended masters and the archangels. Work with the archangels. They are guides, but they're not personal guides. They are universal guides. For angels, even sometimes we may employ the assistants, the guide. We may employ thousands, even millions of angels, depending on what we're doing. But those come and go. We have those two angels that are always with us. They're from seraphic nature. And so, but guides come and go as we evolve and grow. We attract new guides. For I have many master guides, which is kind of unusual. My Cornelius, my master guide, told me that long ago. So it's a bit unusual because I've had many important incarnations in different time and spaces, and so I have attracted a few master guides, but one master guide is plenty enough. Some people have only 2 guides, some people have more. We also have a guides that's more dedicated to the earth plane, and the guides that's more dedicated to the spiritual plane. Yet the spiritual path embrace all the material paths as well. It is all part of the one, which is one life. I see on the internet from communication that people are far more interested in the outer shift of the sending shift of time rather than the inner power, the inner self. It is like they haven't really discovered that. They still see fear and shadows within themselves, and so they're more interested in seeing the world changing outside, but what's going on within is so much more powerful because they have the power of God within. So what more can they want? The total, this amazing power of the divinity. It's through the reconnection to this angelic nature. I wanted to say that love is the true religion, but that does not mean rejecting in any way, shape, or form the forefathers of humanity, the great gods of religions. For me, Allah is my most precious associate in this process, in this mission. Is beloved that I seek to unify with, or even you go in relationship to what your inner guides tell you, but to me is the most is my shield. And on this side of paradise, I've never encountered beings that are more powerful in their influence to the world. And so for me, God is my father, but Allah is my uncle. He's like my favorite uncle. I work with him. I'm not Muslim, but I work in this. I follow his guidance nevertheless. And so, but you can also work with Shiva. You can also work with Yahweh, with Sophia. With there are countless beings that have achieved or were created as part of. That achieve this function of God in the universe. And so do not reject anything. We want to unify, and it is very important to create this unification, for God is one. Ascension is about becoming that angelic self. We have this angelic being within. We before we came here, we agreed and we knew all those things, and we agreed to the whole plan, and we knew we will return to that angelic status. Ascended masters are those who have domesticated that, who have domesticated their shadows and their light, and they've become angelic beings, like physical angelic beings. And so that means seeing all within with the eyes of compassion and love. Sometimes we are wounded, so do remember that you have this angelic self that can comfort you, that you can to create this connection to that, and not being affected by fear and emotion. And so, but also you can also get becoming one with your guardian angel. Your guardian angel is like your soul twin. It's like this higher frequency of you, which is like or she is good. They always work in pair. But they're way beyond polarity or gender or anything like that. They just they have this matching frequency that is more yin and yang, and so you can becoming one with this frequency, and this is quite magical. It is, but it will develop more and more. For you want to be yourself, and you don't need to be perfect or to be spiritual or be anything. You just want to be yourself, to enjoy yourself, and so. But the biggest obstacle of being yourself and expressing yourself comes from childhood. It is about this fear of rejection. But this fear of rejection only has hold on you if you believe, if you give importance to the approval of others. For you, if you really yourself, to sign on self be true, as Shakespeare used to say, you'll always be true to others as well. And so it is it is important not to really care all that much about what other people saying, and to stay focused on your happiness, on your joy. For joy and happiness is like a treasure. It is like a treasure that you keep, you protect. Do not give your power away. Do not let anybody. Do not give more than 15 seconds, if you can, to give up in exchange with people who are trying to steal your joy, steal your happiness. So protect your happiness, protect your joy, protect your frequency like a treasure. Trust the source within. It is the source within that led you here and now. It is now time to be you. And it is the destiny to become that. It is like we're the drop in the great river. We're just a drop in this great river of love. We're a drop of love in the great river. But the drop, once it is in the river, it does not know itself as a drop. It knows itself as the river, and it flows. And it flows. It does not hold on to where it was. It continues to flow. Eventually, we're going to reach the 0 point, the great ocean. Will still be a drop, but will be connected to a whole ocean. There will be far more. For now, the river is preparing us for that. and then we this great ocean of this great cosmic ocean of love. So we'll be in fifth dimension, and so it is all happening just as it should, one step at a time. It is important to understand the contrast, why we came here, why we felt this separation. In order to appreciate the true connection to our source, to the divine love of our origin, we needed to feel the absence of it, so we have a new sense of appreciation. If you want to, we cannot fully appreciate to be in good health until we lose that, until we become sick and then we return to health. We cannot fully appreciate wealth until we lose that and return to wealth. We cannot appreciate connection or even love, romantic relationship, until we lose that and then return to it. So it is part of a process. We created that point of separation in order to have a new appreciation, to know that everything will be fine at the end, and the divine plan would never allow for anything else. For the light of God is unbreakable, is immortal, it is eternal, it is indestructible, it is unfireable. Know that, and you are part of that, and you have your angelic self will show you the way step by step. And so for we could have to eventually all the dimensions are going to fuse and unite and becoming one. We want to becoming one with this fire of love. We are divine flame. We are always different. We always, but we want the flame shines. And so do not hesitate to show your light. And even if other people do not understand you, it's okay. Just know yourself. Know yourself as that. And in order to embrace your divinity, to accept your divinity, to let go of indolence, all those things that are no longer needed, and so very soon, when we embrace that divinity, it neutralizes all of those negative things that have been planned or that we've been suffering from. The divinity has a magical way of dissolving all that. Very soon, all the screen will be cleansed. For now, the internet and the medias are filled with negative programmation to control the world, but very soon. So do not just do that and do not spend the whole day in front of a screen. It's good to we have to use it. It's a tool. It is very important, mostly right now in confinement. We need that to communicate, to share, to educate ourselves. But also, if you can, just go in nature, go find those things that bring you joy. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I'm going to pull a few cards for the Tarot of Osho. It is a mirror. It is I feel this amazing. What I've been waiting for is actually sometimes it takes a long time to be ready to receive what we've been asking for, but it comes, and the situation is the dream. It is the love, the great love, the memory, it's about friends, it's about children, it's about celebration, it's about all this joy that is coming, the manifestation of our dream and desires, and to find this balance, wonderful life that we also deserve, and we'll appreciate it because we've been going through some really dark. For those who have addressed the shadow self, if you haven't done that yet, I recommend you own your shadows and allow the divine love to transmute it, and to let your dream crystallize, to inform the universe of what you want. Ask your spirit guides to assist you in their manifestation. What we need to understand is the past life, is those conditioning. For past life is conditioning. There is all kinds of, it's a cellular memory, so it can be very expensive and it can be very restrictive, like everything that's in the past is past life, not just past incarnation. But like addiction, for instance, is come from the past, but it does not really exist. It is, we have to let it go. But they can also be like source codes that are happening, or memories from past life that empower us. We want to connect to our past life that were ascended, those part of our soul that bring us back this memory of past life, and to cut the cords, to cut the cords with for cords we can really to cut the negative cords. To ask you can ask the archangels to assist you in cutting all the cords, and if there's cords which connect us to other people and situations that can feel tense, it's about letting them relax, to throw some golden light into it, so it dissolves the tension. For there are certain connections that we have that are connections are eternal. Everything we've done is eternally recorded. We're connected to all that is eternally. So we want to have a good relationship to all that is in the past, in order to to not be bothered by it. It will be everything will find its proper order, and we've all had many experiences, not just in this world, but before that, we were also connected to many galactic families, and those are friends and families for us. What we need to do is exhaustion. Is stop acting just to please others. Otherwise, we're gonna be we're getting exhausted, we're getting oppressed. We have to aspire to our freedom and to stop overacting in order to please others. As we do that, we find consciousness, we find lucidity, we find serenity. So it's about doing your meditation, connecting to nature, not getting involved in overactivity. And the outcome will be ordinariness. It's the beauty of nature. All the things that feel ordinary are actually extraordinary. It is just a matter of appreciation, seeing things through the eyes of love, and then there will be great inspiration, great joy, great. We want to find, once we have eliminated all those layers of conditioning, there will be a great opening that is awaiting for us. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I'm going to sing a song that talks about going across the universe, and then pull one more card. It goes like this. Words are flowing out like endless rain into a paper cup. They slither while they pass, they slip away across the universe. Pools of sorrow, waves of joy are drifting through my open mind, possessing and caressing me. Jaguru Diva Om. Nothing's gonna change my world. 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 Images of broken light which dance before me like a million eyes. They call me on and on across the universe. Sorts meander like a restless wind inside a letterbox. They tumble blindly as they make their way across the universe. Jaguru Diva Om. Nothing's gonna change my world. 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 Sounds of laughter, shades of earth are ringing through my open ears, inciting and inviting me. Limitless and dying love which shines around me like a million sun. It calls me on and on across the universe. Jaguru Diva Om. Nothing's gonna change my world. 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 Jaguru Diva. Jaguru Diva. Jaguru Diva. Beautiful song. Of course, what is not going to change is that we are eternal beings that are connected to Source. This will never change. Once we make that reality, that reality that is the truth. Actually, we are Source energy being. That will never change. It always will be you here and now. Those things will never change. But everything else, sometimes we have to let go of the old. Sometimes to find a new opening within, so that there is some new things that will be able to enter. The card of the day is chopping wood, so it's about being prepared for the winter and to get ready to clean up a little bit the house and to make place and to be prepared, and so to so that also so that we can be warm during the winter, and so to just to be ready and to let go of fear and emotion, to allow yourself to know that you are loved, you are protected, you are guided by so many beings in the higher planes and by your creator. I thank you very much for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, and for your donations as well. And do not forget, if you want a private session, I still have time. Do not hesitate to send me an email. And I wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.